Guys, I wanted to show you what I did with my burning bush. My husband and I took a look at it the other day and realized it was just way too big for the spot, and we started talking about taking it out. It has just taken over this side of the yard. But instead I decided to do some brave pruning, and I limbed it up, and now it looks like kind of a specimen tree. We've got all of this nice branching down here, and we were reluctant to remove it because the birds who come and visit this feeder here like to sit in here and wait for their turn. So it's also a point of egress. If a bird of prey should fly over, they can just fly right in there and get some shelter. But we are delighted about how it looks, and it has opened up the space so you can see the three beautiful hydrangeas in the back, and there's also a shorter hydrangea and lots of hosta along this strip under the pine tree. So I'm pretty happy with that. I thought if it doesn't work out, we can go ahead and have it removed. It's so large it would have to be done professionally. But now we've totally changed our minds, and we're loving how it looks in its new tree form. So sometimes you can take an old overgrown shrub and really shape it up. And unfortunately, burning bush, we didn't know this 30 years ago when we planted it, but burning bush is an invasive, and it has tripled at the bottom. It just keeps spreading. So if each year I come along and remove some of those lower branches, then we should be fine. But we're really loving how that looks. And I don't know if it's coming across, but we have all of this pollen on the big pine tree over here, and clouds of yellow are just blowing off of it. So it's probably going to be a bad pollen day, but I wanted to show you a successful project. And you know, it's always good to change things up before you decide to do something even more radical. But this corner of the garden is going to be really pretty, and I wanted to show you the roses under here. These are my husband's roses. He doesn't do a lot of gardening, but he loves these roses, and for years they've been suffering from having too much shade. But now I think they're going to hopefully gain some size, and they're starting to bloom. Every year they look terrible, so I chop them back to the base. But maybe this year I can leave a little bit more, and I think they're going to do a lot better being able to get some sunshine. So that'll be nice to have a nice rose hedge there. And then I got this a few years ago. This was a gift from my husband, I think for my birthday. And it's, I believe, a Henry Studio bird bath, but I really love it. But you could barely see that with the overgrown burning bush. So I was thinking about moving that, and now I don't have to. And let's just take a minute to look at these very mature hosta. I think they're looking gorgeous. And I'm loving all the new green on the Pachysandra in contrast to the evergreen of the Alberta spruce and the beautiful variegation on that hosta. So I am really pleased with this corner. Now that we have this tree limbed up, it's going to be really nice over here. It also makes the area feel bigger. This is right next to the patio. So we're really pleased with that change, and I just wanted to share that with you. And that garden looks really refreshed. It looks like a dwarf tree, and I think that's really attractive now. I guess I missed the opportunity to show a before shot, but I wasn't sure this project was going to work out. And I didn't anticipate being able to show you something that looks so nice in the end. So I'm sorry I don't have that. I do picture this in some other videos, especially in the fall when this shrub turns bright red. But it is looking much better, probably reduced in size by a half. I'm back here behind my big quick fire hydrangeas. And I wanted to point out that whenever I do a pruning project, I like to pile up some of the debris behind the hydrangeas, and it serves as a mulch. It'll of course turn brown, and this is what happens on a forest floor. Leaves and wood drop, come down, branches, and it feeds the plants and creates a really nice environment for the roots. So I go ahead and use some of my yard debris underneath these big shrubs, and I did it last year, and these shrubs have doubled in size. So I do that all along here. I just put little piles, and it creates this natural mulch, which isn't actually visible from the patio. But as you can see, I have little piles all along here. That'll brown out and blend in with some of the leaves. But all of that matter is going to feed these plants and help keep them cool in the summertime. So I think that's a good natural way to handle some of the garden debris. And of course, some of it does go to the green waste. And we'll just finish here. I'll give you another angle of this gigantic burning bush. I would never recommend planting one of these in your garden. They really, really grow to be enormous and invasive, and they spread. But look at what I was able to do with mine. We're thrilled how it looks, and it just looks so much better over there. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you're having fun in your garden, and I'll see you next time.